Welcome back to Leeds Lately, everybody, for the live watch-along of Leeds United versus Huddersfield Town at the John Smiths Stadium in the Championship. Leeds, of course, hoping to make it 10 wins out of a possible 10 wins this year, which would be an unbelievable record, and I think it would equal the Championship all-time record. Leeds have gone back to Farke, what I think at the moment is his preferred starting lineup. We'll talk about that in a minute, but first, hello to everybody who is joining us. Hello to Freshly Picked Football Videos, Liam B, Mark Hemingway, Stephen Dickinson, William Williams, Render, Penny Lane, I suppose we've probably got a few others in here, but I won't go through everybody. And then also, of course, welcome to our Leeds Lately members. Those of you who are Leeds Lately members are already in the chat down below. People like Chewy Backer, Karen Curtin, I think we have CB here somewhere. Yes, CB's here as well. Ben from Rad Music Chat. Everybody here. Chewy Backer saying fashionably, easy for me to say, late again, Max. I think, hi Justin, welcome, another Leeds Lately member. I think I was just on time this time. I went live during 12:20, which is when it was scheduled, so I'll be having less of that cheek. But yes, welcome everybody to the live watch along, hoping for a big result today away at Huddersfield. Not a very far away trip for Leeds United, of course. It is just round the corner, but fingers crossed, like Stephen Dickinson is doing with his emojis, fingers crossed that Leeds can get a big result today against a team who, let's be honest, don't have anywhere near the quality that we do. So yeah, I'm hoping for a good performance today. I'm hoping that Leeds really turn up. Somebody like Bamford with his housery, shall we call it. Hope he's really up for it today, winding the opposition up, and hopefully we get into them and score some goals. They have Tom Lees, yeah, so he'll probably score an own goal for us. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this one, to be honest. I think after that Chelsea game, it was a good game. Came away with a loss, of course, in the FA Cup, but I think there was a lot of positive signs there, and one of those being young Archie Gray, of course, so he'll be back at his right-back position today, which does actually lead us on nicely to talk about the lineup. So here it is. Meslier in goal, Gray at right-back, as we just mentioned. Then you've got Rodon, Ampadu and Firpo across the back line, with Gruev and Kamara sitting in front as those two holding midfielders. Then you've got Nonto, Jorginho and Crescencio Somerville, with Bamford up top. Probably, like I said before, back to what I would say is Farke's his first 11 at the moment, especially whilst Pascal Struijk's been injured. So I think, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how we play today. And also, yeah, like Rad Music Chat is saying, like Ben's saying, just seeing the Mateo Joseph goals again. Kids looks like a seasoned Premier League striker. We are going to have him on the bench tonight, aren't we? I think so. It'll be or today, sorry. So it'll be interesting to see whether he gets any game time off the back of his performance against Chelsea in the FA Cup, because he actually had a really good game, I thought, in terms of his finishing and his striking position. So I think potentially we might see him a little bit later on. These are the substitutes for today. Have Carl Darlow back on the bench, Byram, Roberts, Cresswell, Cooper, Jayden Anthony, Daniel James, Joel Peru and Mateo Joseph, of course, who we were just talking about. Ben saying, I'd say James would normally be his first choice over Nonto. Yeah, fair enough, but I think it depends, doesn't it, on the form at the moment. Nonto's come into a bit of form, hasn't he? He's scored quite a few goals, so. But for me, I think it depends on what type of game you're playing. You're playing a game against somebody like Huddersfield, who I think in 19th position at the moment. They're going to be playing quite a deep system, I would expect today, playing a low block on the edge of their box, trying to pack it and trying to pack the midfield to stop Leeds being able to play through them. So I would imagine that it's more of a game for somebody like Nonto, who might be able to take a man on and make something happen, than it is a game for somebody like Daniel James, who of course is great at exploiting space in behind other players. So yeah, Lockbone saying still have to be careful today, keep that midfield tonight. Imagine we run them ragged and then Daniel James comes on late. Well, that's the other thing as well, isn't it? If you do manage to create enough pressure on their back line throughout the game, and you tire them out enough, then you've always got the ability to bring on somebody like Daniel James to try and stretch it whilst it's a bit later on. And especially if we're one goal up or something, and they'll start to push for a goal. For me, that's when, excuse me, they'll start to push for a goal if we're 1-0 up or something. So that's when you put on a Dan James to go, okay, we'll come straight back at you then. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it pans out today. I'm hoping that Leeds are able to put a few goals past this Huddersfield side today. James was great from the bench against Leicester and changed the game in the short time he was on. Yeah, he did. And I think it was the combination of him and Bamford and stuff as well. I think Bamford helped massively. And, of course, Bamford is starting today as well, which will make a difference. Yeah, and that's what I was just saying, just as Chewy Backer's put that in the chat about Bamford. And, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this works today, because we're back to our, like I say, preferred 11, and I think Patrick Bamford just offers you a little bit more in terms of opening up an opposition defence for your other players to run through those gaps that he creates, which is a little bit more like what Daniel Farke wants from his striker than what Joel Peru can offer. But of course, Joel Peru is a good finisher, and if you need to at some point, you can bring him on to try and affect the game in the latter stages. CB saying Sigma was full strength other than Dallas and Strauch, and by full strength I assume we just mean everybody's fit. Ethan Ampadu just being nice to his little mascot there, which is nice to see. Captain in Leeds once again. The Leeds team and the Huddersfield team are heading out of the tunnel now, so kickoff is imminent. Yeah, the squad. Yeah, we're nearly all fit, which it's not been something that we've had for a long time now. Come on, Leeds. Crescencio Somerville points to the skies as he walks out onto the pitch, and Leeds United get ready for a big game here at Huddersfield. If we can win this, it's 10 wins out of 10, and yeah, it would be amazing. Hi, Diggler, welcome. So Nichols in goal, Pearson, Tom Lees, of course, and Nakayama at the back four. Huddersfield, and you've got Kasumu, Rodoni, Hogg, Spencer across the midfield, with Thomas, Bergzorg, and Ward as a front three for Huddersfield today. I'm taking a photo of their lineup so I can actually remember what their players' names are called. There you go. If I leave that on my phone there, I should remember what all the names are called. Talking about the Leeds lineup at the moment, so I shall put that back on the screen for all of you in the chat. Meslier in goal, Gray, Rodon, Ampadu, Firpo, Gruev and Kamara in midfield, Nonto, Jorginho and Crescencio Somerville make up that attacking trio with Bamford just ahead of them. So that is the lineup today. Back to what I think is one of our strongest teams. Maybe Dan James might help, but let's see if he comes on later in the game like we were talking about before. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this one today. I'm a bit excited for Leeds to go and do something here. Let's get a quick one. Stephen saying, yeah, I'd love to. Threat from crosses championship this season. For Huddersfield, goals from crosses first, goals from corners second, goals from set pieces fifth. So be careful. What do you mean, Chewy Backer? What do you mean? Welcome, Paul. Yeah, let's take our frustration out. Centre-back pairings, goals conceded per game. Ampadu Rodon, 0.25. That is ridiculous. Compared to the next highest is 0.83. Come on, Leeds. Make sure you hit that big red button if you can't. Put something down in the chat below, because it means you've not subscribed, and that's the only reason why you can't talk in the chat. So make sure you hit that before we start. And of course, oh, wrong thing. Of course, check out Classic Football Shirts, link down in the description below, and use Leeds Lately 10 at checkout for 10% off. Plenty of Leeds shirts on there and stuff from over the years. We are just about to kick off here, though, at the John Smith Stadium. Patrick Bamford stands over the ball, ready to kick off this championship game. And here it goes. Here's Bamford into Gruev and then across to Archie Gray, who's taken up his residence at right back again. Of course, like Render says, no goal shouts. If a goal goes in at either end in this game, please do not let me know until I have reacted to it on the stream. Thanks for reminding me. Texas Lead saying, love to see a Somerville masterclass. Absolutely, wouldn't we all? I think if he can play his best today, then he's got to be in with a shout of scoring a goal. Huddersfield getting ready to take a throw in now with Spencer, I think it is. Taking his time over this throw in. He's thrown it in, cut out by Glenn Kamara, and it's going to go out for a Leeds goal kick, I think, there. And it does in the end. So Meslier can take that one and start his game with a nice simple goal kick. Here's Meslier again after passing it to Rodon and getting it back. Now he sends it up over the halfway line, up towards Somerville, but it's headed away here by Leeds. Sorba Thomas manages to get past his man. Here's Spencer trying to play the ball down the line. But it has got out there and it's going to be a Leeds United throw-in. Here's Ampadu playing it across to Joe Rodon now. Rodon to Archie Gray. Back to Joe Rodon again. Rodon goes back to Meslier now, and then Meslier plays it. Well, he doesn't yet. He's still got hold of the ball here. Meslier just kind of chilling with it, and now gives it to Ampadu. Back to Meslier again. You can pause me for a minute, I think, Render, if you want. Here's Archie Gray. Here's Ampadu. Now Glenn Kamara and then back to Ampadu again. Rodon with a nice pass out wide to Archie Gray as he comes over the halfway line. Gray sensibly turns though and gives it back to Rodon as it was too much of a risk to play that ball forward there. Oh, he certainly thought so. Here's Ampadu. The ball out wide to Firpo. Firpo goes past Thomas, but then Thomas wins the tackle, but it is going to be a Leeds throw-in. Firpo takes a throw in, back to Ampadu. Ampadu sends it all the way back to Meslier. And now Joe Rodon can carry the ball up. Here's Archie Gray. Now Bamford takes a little touch to Nonto. Good ball back to Archie Gray down the line here. Archie Gray plays it inside to Jorginho. Now into the box to Nonto. Nonto back to Glenn Kamara. Glenn Kamara plays it to Somerville. Saved! Why does Glenn Kamara just not shoot? Oh my God. Why does Glenn Kamara just not shoot? Is the B button on his Xbox controller broken or something? It's a really good bit of play there by Leeds and we should be 1-0 up. I don't understand why Glenn Kamara just refuses to shoot. Because I did that interview with the guy, Kieran from one of the Rangers podcasts when we were about to sign him, and he said, oh, some of the best examples of Glenn Kamara's play are his goals against Benfica and Leipzig in the Europa League. And when you watch them, they were strikes from distance, from outside the box, which he just fired under the goalkeeper. Really good goals. I've not seen him shoot once for Leeds. I genuinely don't think I've seen him shoot once. He should have just shot and scored then. I don't know what happened. I don't think Somerville was expecting it. So when it came to him and he shot, it was like, hold on a second, I wasn't expecting that. It's crazy. I don't understand why you wouldn't shoot there. Here's Meslier, though. Nice little ball into Somerville. Open foal. Baby horse. Here's Thomas. Firpo tries to block it, but ends up getting blocked by Ampadu. Here's Rodoni, and he tries to play it through Ward up front, but it goes all the way through to Melier. Triple pink gin and tonic. Bloody hell. Here's Melier. Oh, you didn't see me, Chewbacca. Oh, that's weird. You just couldn't see me. Archie Gray takes... Oh, nearly gets past his man after that good touch there, Archie Gray. He's going to have to try and recover, and he does well. Force Bergzorg back here, and they has to go back to Tom Lees and then all the way back to the goalkeeper. Oh, I didn't know you couldn't see me. I was wondering what the hell you were on about earlier, but I think everybody else can. Good touch there by Spencer, and he comes back, taking the ball away from Somerville and gives it to Pearson. Long ball forward here from Huddersfield, but it is going to be a throw into Leeds. It was a really good move, this. Just watching the replay now. Nonto played it down the line and then back inside. Jorginho played it into Nonto and then he played it back to Glenn Kamara and he just passed it to Somerville. I don't get why he did. Just shoot. Gruev does really well there to deal with that situation and just plays it back to... he tried to shoot, but it was just that bad. Here's Jorginho. It wasn't a deflection. He hooked it backwards. He purposely passed it to him. It was like one of those reverse pass where he cuts it back. Here's Rodon. Now Archie Gray down the line to Nonto. Nonto fouled there, I think, by Tom Lees, but not judged to have been so he can come forward here with it. Down the line here on the left. Forced back by Gruev, though, and they have to go all the way back to the centre-backs. Here's Spencer. Oh, no, he leaves it for Thomas. Thomas goes past Kamara. Still trying to play the ball, but Rodoni takes it off him and gives it to Bamford, actually, in the end. Here's Nonto. Gives it back to Gruev. And then all the way back to Melier. Here's Joe Rodon now. Leeds have a bit more calm possession now. Melier just sort of walking out of his box here. Up to the rugby line. Played into the midfield there. Cut out, but Leeds still have possession through Kamara and then through Gruev, who nearly gives it away, but gives it to Joe Rodon here. Now Jorginho. Jorginho charging forward here. It's a foul there by Kasumu, and Leeds do get a free kick. Yeah, Leeds just trying to break away there on the counter-attack, and no, he didn't touch the ball, Kasumu, there, so that's going to be it should have been a yellow card, really, for stopping a counter-attack there. All of us, James. Here's Gruev to take this one then. Here's Ampadu. Now Firpo down the line towards Somerville. Cut out, but it is going to be a Leeds throw-in higher up the pitch. Now Firpo. Here's Gruev. To Archie Gray. Here's Joe Rodon now, and then back to Ampadu. Forward here to Firpo, back to Ampadu, and then back to all the way to Melier. Leeds just being a little bit patient here, because in a game like this, you can get a bit complacent thinking you are the better team. So you need to still go about your business. You still need to be calm and collected. Leeds have had 82% possession so far. Long ball forward here from Melier up towards Firpo. Firpo does eventually win that, and then it's cleared there by Spencer, I think it was. And Leeds can win a throw-in. Michael Gott saying can see already Dan James would help us here in the second half with his pace. Yeah, I would imagine so. He's always an asset to have, isn't he? Here's Ampadu. Now Gruev and then Firpo. Back to Gruev down the line. And then nice little play there. Lovely little interplay. And here's Somerville in behind the full-back here. He's trying to get towards the box. He's inside the box now. Somerville tries to play it back. Here's Firpo. Tries to pick it up, but it's cleared there. And then Somerville fouled Leeds, I think it was. And it's going to be a free kick to Huddersfield Town there. But really, really good bit of play there from Leeds with the little 1-2s and the work between Gruev, Firpo and Somerville. And eventually Somerville commits a foul. I think it's Pearson who he trips up in the end, actually. Long ball forward here from the Huddersfield goalkeeper, and here's Thomas coming over the halfway line. Nice little flick there, and here's Radoni. Tries to play it. Tries to shoot. Good save by Meslier in the end. He shoots from well far out there, Radoni, but Meslier had to dive to save that. It's a good strike, but it's a good save by Meslier there. And of course, they do win a corner, which is something that they've been really good at this season. But they are under a different coach now, so... Thomas is going to take this corner kick now. In towards the front post. Flicked on by Radoni, and a really good save by Meslier to react to that there. We've got to be careful not to give them too many opportunities like that, because had to be a really good save by Meslier in the end. Here's Sorba Thomas, tries to put another ball into the box. This time Meslier can punch it well out. Headed forward again there, and then headed up in the air by Ampadu. It's not away. And then Firpo can clear that to Nonto. And then back to Firpo and cleared up the line towards Bamford. Bamford, who's maybe been fouled there. No, he hasn't been fouled. He should have caught that instead of punching it. You're right. Here's Nakayama. Out wide to Thomas. Huddersfield having their first little bit of pressure here, and they've done more in terms of shooting than we have done. Thomas tries to play it into the box, and it's gone past everyone. It's going to be a Meslier goal kick. But Leeds need to be careful here, because no matter how low a team in the Championship are, they still have the ability to do something. It's a really good run from Radoni on that corner, and he came in front of Bamford and Jorginho and then flicked it on. Good save by Meslier in the end. Good tackle there, apparently, by Glenn Kamara on Kasumu, but Kasumu stays down there. I only saw it after the replay ended. Hi, Mr. P, welcome. Here's Joe Roden. Yeah, new manager bounce. Well, Meslier into Gruev now. Back to Meslier. Meslier plays it out to Archie Gray with a good little pass there. Good pass from Archie Gray into Bamford. Bamford to Somerville. Somerville can charge forward with it now on the right-hand side. He's got Archie Gray on the overlap and uses Nonto instead on the overlap. Nonto to try and get the ball back across the box, and Bamford saved anyway by the goalkeeper, but it was adjudged to be offside there for Nonto's run. Don't know whether that was close or not. It seemed like it was. Yeah, he was offside there, Nonto. He was offside. When you see the replay, he was offside. Bamford should have finished that, regardless. Here's Leeds. Plays it into midfield for Thomas, who plays it out wide now to Spencer. Nonto trying to come back a little bit here to help out, but he goes past Firpo and Nonto. Spencer's now going to try and get the ball in the box, but Nonto does make a challenge, but it is going to go out for a corner kick to Huddersfield Town here. I agree, Mr. P. Yeah, to a certain extent, because we're not keeping the ball for the sake of it. It's to try and move them around and try and open up space in the midfield and the attack there. But we aren't penetrative enough sometimes. We should have been 1-0 up through Glenn Kamara or Somerville very early on. And now they've had the better of the chances, even if we've had more possession. So yeah, we need to be careful here. Ball into the box from this corner. Outswinger headed over to the other side and then blocked by Archie Gray there. It's going to be another corner. Ball came into the front post, headed on actually by Bamford, and then one of their players tries to volley it and it's deflected wide by Archie Gray. Ooh. Thomas going to take another one here, another corner. Leeds just need to be careful. Thomas's corner into the box, headed away by Jorginho, only to the edge for Kasumu, who shoots. It's blocked and then headed away by Glenn Kamara, and Leeds could be on the break here. Here's Somerville. Somerville got absolutely wiped out there, but Leeds don't manage to get the counter-attack going, and they pass the ball out into touch, and it's going to be a throw into Leeds inside their own half. Just a bad touch there from Somerville, took it too far, and they were able to take it away from him. Here's Meslier. Now Gruev. Or Groif. Rodon now. Into Somerville. It's going to be a free kick to Leeds there as Somerville's taken down inside his own half as he came deep for that. Yeah, I don't know, Chewy Backer. I've never understood that, but maybe it's a mental thing. They think they're getting marginal gains. Here's Rodon. Cross to Ampadu. Now Firpo. Inside to Jorginho here. Jorginho goes past his man there. Does really well, Jorginho. And he's won himself a throw-in high up. Firpo's going to take this throw-in then. Spencer still thinks it's their ball for some reason. Here's Rodon. Back to Meslier. Now Rodon again. Rodon can come forward a little bit here. Played into Bamford. Now Jorginho with a lovely turn. Tries to play it to Nonto. Unfortunate there. And they can clear it through Nichols, the goalkeeper. All the way up to Rodon, who's had to just put that one out into touch for a Huddersfield throw-in. Leeds are a little bit... not shaky, but... we're allowing Huddersfield a lot more of the game than I thought we would. Here's Nakayama. Now Rodoni. Good tackle by Archie Gray there, and then Glenn Kamara can pick it up and give it back to Ampadu. Rodon plays it forward to Bamford, and now Somerville. Somerville back to Bamford. Somerville was completely wiped out there, but Leeds are on the break now with Archie Gray down the right-hand side. A lot of Huddersfield players back here, but Archie Gray puts it into the box. Bamford tries to leave it for Nonto, but it goes wide of him. And now Thomas can come away with it. Plays the ball all the way to Firpo, though. Somerville and Nakayama are both still down here. I think they do look a little bit nervous, you know. I think the pressure might be building at some point, but Somerville's still down here. Hogg's got himself a yellow card already, by the way. Yeah, it was his tackle on Somerville, and then Somerville landed on Nakayama, and that's why they're both injured. So it was actually Hogg's terrible tackle that made Somerville land on the back of Nakayama's leg. Yeah, Hogg's on a yellow card, so 8 yellow cards for the season. Bloody hell. Yeah, he's on a yellow card, so there's a chance that Leeds get him sent off here. Hopefully. Yeah, you did, to be fair. Oh, I didn't know that. Sorry, I was just going silent for a minute because I was listening to them talk about how Daniel Farke's career started, saying that as he was still playing, he thought that those of you who aren't listening to Sky Sports, as he was still playing Farke, he thought that a management role was not long term enough, so that he wanted to become a sporting director. So he studied economics and he became a sporting director of the club he was playing at, and then once that happened, they needed a manager for the final 10 games of the season. He did that and found that he enjoyed it. And then apparently the sponsors said that they'd only sponsor the club if he stayed on as manager. And that's how he's become a manager, Daniel Farke. And now those of you listening to Sky Sports, you have just heard that, but anybody else hasn't. Leeds still waiting to get underway again here. Somerville's on the touchline, and so's Nakayama, I think. So both teams down to 10 men for the next 30 seconds or so, I would say. Leeds have the ball now again, and we're underway here for Ampadu into Meslier. Meslier is just slowing things down until Somerville can get back on, I think, actually, to be honest. Here's Groif. He's going to play a long ball forward there, down the line towards... Oh, Bamford. It's gone past everyone there, unfortunately, for Gruev and Bamford. But that should waste a little bit of time for Somerville to be able to get back on again. Nichols getting ready to take his goal kick. Nakayama and Somerville are both back on now from that short stoppage. Rodoni sends that one forward. It's going to go over everyone. It's going to be a Leeds throw-in. Thrown back there to Rodon. Now Meslier. And Ampadu. Into Kamara. Back to Ampadu. Back to Meslier. And Meslier is going to have to send that one long, and does. I think that one's gone out into touch, Oh, Nakayama's gone back down again. Yeah, I think Nakayama's going to have to go off. It's his own player that did it to him. No, not time wasted. I think he's genuinely injured, and he has to go off. Mikel Helik is coming on, I think, at centre-back. He apparently has 8 goals from set pieces this season, so that's not good news for us. Taking their time, aren't they? It's going to be a lot added on at the end of the first half here, I would imagine. Probably 7 or 8 minutes. Yeah, his own player took him out. Yeah, a lot of stoppages on this first half already. This game is so tough right now. Stoppages in the past 10 minutes. There's been a lot, hasn't there? I think Mellier's getting bored. Look, he's looking at the crowd and stuff. I think Nakayama's coming off and Helic is coming on. So, forced early substitution here. Nakayama is coming off for Mikhail Helic. And, yeah, we should be underway again. Yeah, they've had the better of the chances, to be honest, haven't they? And we need to make sure that we, well, take one soon, really, to try and calm things down a little bit. So, substitution has finally been made. I think we're actually back underway again here. So, throw into Huddersfield then. Inside the Leeds half. Ampadu can just let that one go all the way out for... Oh, it's actually going to be a throw-in, annoyingly. It's going to be a Leeds throw-in here. Yeah, everything's kind of slowed down, hasn't it? And it's gone a little bit stale, this game. So Leeds need to make something happen. Ampadu's going to try and wang this one long. And he does. It is a good long throw-in. But cleared away there by Pearson, I think it is. Just throw it long again, Ampadu. That's it. Throws it up towards the halfway line now. Flicked on by Bamford, but it is going to be a Leeds throw-in. Firpo throws it back to Ampadu and then back to Meslier. Meslier just looking for an option here, and then he clips it up towards the halfway line for Archie Gray, but it's gone between Archie Gray and Nonto and gone out for a throw-in. This game has gone very weird and very stale. Started quite well, but then recently it just seems to have completely gone off the boil. It's like watching paint dry at the moment. It's just like the slowest game of football I've ever seen. It just seems to have gone completely dead. Throw in here from Huddersfield. Cleared away by Archie Gray. Only as far as Leeds, though. And he plays it back forward again towards Ward, but Ampadu takes it away and then plays the long ball over the top towards Bamford. Bamford's going to get there ahead of Leeds here, and he holds it up. It's actually Helic that's on him. Back to Kamara now. Kamara pokes it all the way back to Rodon. Go forward. Gruev now. Back to Rodon, then back to Gruev. And then Gruev turns and gives it all the way back to Meslier. Bloody hell. Sunday League's more exciting than this. Rodon charges forward a little bit here into Jorginho. Jorginho pokes it to Archie Gray and then back to Jorginho again. Really good play. And Jorginho goes round his man here and he's going to try and get it in the box. Good defending there, though, by Spencer. Now Kamara. And he's going to go backwards again, and he does. Now Somerville. Wow, bloody hell. Then they try and play a ball forward and play it straight into touch. Honestly, what are we watching here? Here's Cruyff. Now Ampadu. Meslier. Joe Rodon here. To Jorginho, the little flick to Nonto, and then back to Archie Gray, who keeps hold of it well. Now Jorginho, tackled there. But then Archie Gray tackles, but it still pops through here to Bergzorg, I think it is. But Ruter wins it back. Now Kamara. Nice ball into Bamford there. Oh, and then Kasumu's now gone down. Bloody hell, what is going on here? I think Hogg's just gone in for another challenge where it could have been a yellow card. Yeah, I don't envy a freshly picked. It's not great to watch this game, is it? Bloody hell. How do you think my match reaction would do in views-wise if I called it the most boring match of football in history? I think people would just be like, oh, I'm not watching it. Bloody hell. They're gonna have to, I think they're going to have to take another player off here in a minute. This is like pulling teeth. Better be 10 minutes of stoppage time. I'm not sure I want to watch another 10 minutes of this first half. Bloody hell. To be honest, if this is the most boring game in the world and we win it 1-0, I don't think I would care. Tempted to go to bed here. That's how bad it's got. Now Kasumu's off the pitch for the next 30 seconds or so if he can come back on again. Here's Ampadu. We're actually underway again here. Now Firpo. Back to Ampadu. Now Firpo again down the line. He's got Somerville ahead of him, but plays it all the way through here to Nonto. Oh, no, it's Kamara. Back to Somerville. Somerville inside the box. Now Nonto on the edge. Nonto shoots, blocked by Radoni, and then Kamara wins it back off Thomas, and now Gruev can play it to Ampadu, who plays it to Rodon, and Leeds have the ball again. Oh, yeah. This, by the way, this manager was Willy Nonto's manager at Zurich. And then it's going to be a throw into Leeds. He's Willy Nonto's manager at Zurich. Forgot about that. Here's Glenn Kamara. Good ball into Nonto, who takes a nice touch into the penalty area. Tries to play it back across. It's chested away there by Tom Lees, and it is going to be a corner kick to Leeds. Good touch there by Nonto to get away from them, and they tries to play it back across, and then Lees just chests it away. Doesn't help that Pearson and Lees look exactly the same as each other from a distance. Somerville taking this corner. Whipped in. Didn't go anywhere near any Leeds players. Just headed away, and it's going to be a Leeds throw-in. Oh, I didn't know he managed to retear at Offenheim as well. Here's Somerville. Plays it to the edge of the box for Archie Gray. Archie Gray still has the ball there. Tries to flick it through, but it's cleared now. Now Nonto. Nice little flick forward for Somerville, but Nonto did get wiped out there by Pearson. Surely that's a yellow card. I always feel like some of the championship players like this Pearson who's just done that. Yeah, he's just nailed Nonto for no reason there. I think they're just big brutes. And they're not very good, because they're not very good footballers. They're just big brutes, and they're just like knocking around young players. Pick on someone your own size. Yep, hit the like button for this boring game, guys. Got 172 viewers. Let's get 25 more likes. Get us up to 30. Yeah, watch the replay. He just absolutely nailed into him for no reason. He wasn't even looking at the ball. We've got a chance to put the ball in the box from this free kick once Lunto's actually back up again. Going to be it'll be five-a-side game. Wonder if they'll move the nets up to the halfway line at half-time if it's a five-a-side. Nonto's still hurting here. I think Dan James is getting warmed up, or he's going out to get warmed up. I don't know. I think he took a bit of a knock in the ribs, so I would imagine that he might be winded, might be the thing that he is at the moment. He's holding his ribs, poor lad. He looks like he's actually in a lot of pain there. I actually feel sorry for him. He's only a kid, isn't he? Somerville, 2 arms up, getting ready to put this ball into the box now. Somerville with the ball into the box, flicked on by Jorginho, but it just hits Bamford and comes away. But now Kamara. Oh my God, Kamara's giving it straight to Thomas, and Thomas is 1v1 with Archie Gray. Archie Gray's done so well there, and then cleared the ball as well. He has given it straight to Rodoni, though. Now Bergzorg trying to come into the box, and then Ampadu's able to tackle that away there. Well done, Archie Gray. Oh, that was terrible from Glenn Kamara. He did give it straight back to Rodoni there, but he did enough, Archie Gray, to take it away from him. Thomas getting ready to take this corner kick then. I don't think anybody does. How are the lads? Why is Hogg just such a scumbag? Like he's got a scum face as well, hasn't he? Oof. He's pushing and shoving Nonto here, Hogg in the box. Again, pick on someone your own size. Ball coming into the box. Meslier punches well. Now Sorba Thomas puts the ball back into the box, headed away by Rodon there really well. And then another shot, and Leeds are able to clear it. And this time, he's absolutely nailed Ampadu Kasumu, and that's going to be a yellow card. They seem like they're a very dirty team. Oh no, it's Rodon that gets hurt again. Yeah, Joe Rodon being very brave there. Meslier knocks that one forward. And then Glenn Kamara's fouled by Rodoni, and Huddersfield are getting more and more frustrated. I think it was the follow-through Texas Leeds. I think it was because his studs were up in the air. Here's Archie Gray, who can now put the ball into the box. He does, but it's cleared away by Leeds, but it is going to be a throw into Leeds. Now Gruev. Or Groif, should I say, sorry. Across to Ampadu. Ampadu out to Firpo. Firpo down the line to Somerville, and then back to Firpo again. Somerville's just been wiped out from behind there by Pearson. Pearson's just gone through the back of him. Honestly, literally, what did I say about 10 minutes ago? How they're all... oh, bloody hell. That's a red card challenge. And then he looks at him like, oh, why are you going down? What on... like... are you taking the mick? They're just big brutes who like to bully young lads. Just pick on somebody your own size, honestly. Pick on Joe Rodon and see what happens. There's so many of them on a yellow card now. How many of them are on a yellow card? There must be a lot of them. Here's Ampadu. Now Somerville. Oh, they're taking this free kick, but it was a chance to put the ball in the box, but they just played it normally. Here's Rodon. And now Gray. Firpo in a right wing position. Now Gray. Back to Rodon again. and Ampadu. Yeah, it was an awful challenge. It wasn't even a challenge. It was just, I'm going to stamp on the back of your leg. Now Glenn Kamara. Somerville. Groif. Down the line to Firpo. Firpo with a nice ball back to Bamford on the edge. Bamford tries to just poke that ball through to Jorginho, but he can't. And then Bamford comes over and fouls Rodoni there. Don't know what Nonto did there. Nonto did something there, I think, to Rodoni. I think Rodoni went down there off the foul from Bamford and then... Don't know what Nonto did. It's hard to see. I think Nonto just tried to carry him running with the ball. Hogg plays it back to Nichols in the goal. Nichols with a long ball forward over the halfway line. Firpo wins the header. Sorba Thomas is going to try and just let that one go out. And it's going to be a throw-in to Leeds, I think. Oh no, it's just throwing to Huddersfield. He just wanted to pass it to his teammate to throw it in. And that's going to be a throw-in to Leeds now. I think he tried to kick the ball from underneath him. Here's Rodon. Nice ball into Nonto here. Nonto to Jorginho. Jorginho tries to play that out wide to Somerville. Would have been a really good idea, just unlucky. And Nichols just absolutely whacks that one all the way up to Rodon. Now here's Groif. And Ampadu. Ampadu, left-footed pass all the way up towards Bamford. He has, though, the defender headed it nicely back to Nichols. Good little bit of defending there from them. And now a goal, well, not a goal kick, but the goalkeeper has the ball. 80% possession. We've only had 2 shots and 1 on target, so we need to work on that in the second half. Here's Rodon heading it away. Now Groif, and now Nonto, and now Groif again. Now Jorginho can pick the ball up. Plays it down the line towards Nonto. And that's going to be a Leeds throw-in. Archie Gray throws it in for Jorginho now. Back to Gray. And then Groif. Back to Gray again. Gray goes forward. Gray loses it though, and now ball with Lees. Back to Spencer again, and then Kasumu having to go deep with it, but blocked by Groif, and it is going to be a throw in there to Huddersfield. I think it's Spencer now, getting ready to take this throw in. It's going to be another throw into Huddersfield, but they've taken that far too far forward, and the referee does pull them up on it, to be fair. I wish from throw-ins we could get the ball onto play onto the feet of a free Leeds player sooner. It's better to be at the feet of than further back in the field. Yeah, but then also they just kind of block all your options, don't they, from throw-in, so it's hard to... We haven't seen how much stoppage time we've got yet because we were only... Yeah, I think there's going to be about 8 minutes. Kasumu can't keep that one in, and that is going to be a Leeds throw-in this time for Archie Gray to take. Is Jorginho, but Rodoni's taken it, and then Archie Gray wins it, and then Kasumu, and then Rodoni, and that's going to be a free kick to Huddersfield here. Nonto seems to have hurt himself. No, again though, Rodoni has just gone like that and just gone like that and shoved himself, like waited for the contact. Nonto seems like he might be hurt here, so you might be seeing Dan James earlier than we thought at half time maybe. Thomas getting ready to take this. Sorba Thomas with the free kick. Goal. Mr. P, we say every single time, don't put it in the chat before a goal goes in. I mean, I don't know how many times I have to say it. But the ball comes into the box, knocks down, and it just drops. Melier makes a good save, but it just drops straight to Helic, who just puts it in the back of the net. It's 1-0. 9 minutes added onto this first half, by the way, as well. 9 minutes. It's a good save, the first initial one. And then Firpo just can't quite get there. Oh, how annoying. He's the Huddersfield top goal scorer and he's a centre-back. That shows how disgusting type of football that they play. I mean, one of their players should have been sent off. Hogg should have had 2 yellow cards, so he should have been sent off by now. It's just all of that taken to one side. Leeds should be doing more with 80% possession. Here's Archie Gray. Comes forward with it now. To Nonto. Back to Archie Gray. It's going to be a Leeds corner. No matter what no matter what manager we have, we're always just bad at set pieces. Somerville with the ball into the box. Headed straight up in the air. It's still in the box here. And now judged to have fouled the defender there. And it's going to be a free kick to Huddersfield just outside their own box. I mean, why are we just watching the replay over and over again? I want to see what's happening with the actual game. Firpo wins that header. Well done. Now Firpo plays it forward again. Headed away by Lees. Now Groif. Now Kamara. Somerville tries to play that one forward. It's gone straight up in the air. It's such a scrappy game. Someone's just gone in for an elbow on Firpo's head there. Hogg's sent off. Hogg's off. Get off, you dirty man. I'm not swearing on this channel, but you deserve that. He's just gone in with an elbow. So get off. That should be the start of Leeds turning things around. Come on. Good lad. Get down the tunnel and sling your hook. Yeah, dirty bar stool, dirty bar steward. Oh, yeah, what is that? It's Firpo, not Ruter commentator, but okay. He just literally goes like that and then just goes bang in his face. What makes you think you're going to get away with that? I don't understand how he can not how he's like, oh, I can't believe it, when he literally just got his arm and just hit him in the face. Oh yeah, defending himself. What a load of bollocks. Oh well. That should help things. Here's Ampadu. Now Gray. So potential that they go down to 9 men, you know, because they've got a lot of players on yellow cards and they're still putting in dirty challenges. Here's Somerville. Somerville still going down that touchline now. Somerville still got the ball there. It's done really well. Now into Jorginho. Back to Somerville. Now Bamford. To Archie Gray. Now Nonto. Up against Spencer. Tries to go past him here. It's going to be a Leeds... should have been a Leeds corner there. Is that the Lee Bowyer? But yeah, shocking. I don't get it. I don't get why you would do that. Yeah, it should have been a straight red, but as either way, he's off the pitch. I think the referee had already had a word with him after making a challenge on Kamara after he already had a yellow card, and then he's gone in and just elbowed someone in the face. So, I mean, you're just never gonna get away with that, are you? His Rodon, and now Firpo plays it forward to Somerville. Not sure he meant to, but here we go. Here's Somerville. Now Jorginho outside him. Cuts back inside and gives the ball forward to Somerville, but Radoni's cut that one out, and now they've lost the ball again, though, here. So here's Firpo. Now Jorginho. Jorginho with the ball out wide. What he thought was going to be to Gray, but then 10 men behind the ball now. But yes, but that will allow us to control the game even more. You say that we struggle against low blocks, but we've not in this sort of portion of the season, have we? No, he pulled out a yellow, then pulled out a red. Spencer with the throw-in. Rodon heads it back towards that direction, but it is another throw-in. Thanks, Karen. Appreciate that. I've had not a great game to have to commentate on, really, have I, so far? But things have changed now. Huddersfield have gone 1-0 up, and they have had a player sent off now, so hopefully things are starting to turn in Leeds' favour. Although here is Bergsorg down the left-hand side, coming towards the box here, looking for a chance to get it in, but Gruev is defending him well and forcing him away from the box. Oh, that's going to be another free kick in a dangerous position. Yeah, there's no need, is there? There is absolutely no need. Yeah, I hope so. I hope the second half we just completely destroy them. There's a chance they get another player sent off, you know, with the way that they're acting. Ball comes into the box, headed away, and then Nonto blocks the follow-up shot. Now Jorginho tries to get his body in, and that's going to be taken out. No, it's not. And good tackle by Jorginho, but it is going to be a corner. So, but Thomas getting ready to take this corner again then here. Bloody hell. Even when things are going well, it's not nice being a Leeds fan. Why is Helic just holding Nonto's shirt like that? And why is Nonto marking Helic? Ball into the box towards the back post, headed back, and thank God Melier can just pick that one up. Rolls it out to Somerville. Now Archie Gray plays it forward. Down the line again to Somerville, but it's going to be cut out there, but it is going to be a Leeds throw-in a dangerous position here. Firpo. Now Gruev. Or Groif, as we should be calling him now, we know. Joe Rodon. Now Kamara. Into Jorginho. Somerville. He's got Firpo alongside him, but here's Jorginho shoots! Oh, just past the post. So unfortunate there. So unfortunate there from Jorginho's shot. Let's have a look at how close that was. For me, it looked like it was going right in the bottom corner. No, it just drags across the face of goal. Would have been such a good time to score, wouldn't it? But it is half time now, so just give me 2 seconds to have a break and I'll be back in a minute. Matt, I will answer your question as soon as I come back. I'll be back very, very soon, so don't worry about that. Hola. So, Matt saying, just joining the stream, how are we looking overall? Still got teeth in the game. Yeah, we're still creating stuff. We had a lot more of the possession than them in that first half, but they were able to create more chances than we were with a limited amount of possession through set pieces and stuff, and that's how they got their goal. We had a chance very close to the end of that half, literally the last kick of that first half, and they have had a player sent off as well, so hopefully that should make a difference, and hopefully it should be coming back in Leeds' direction now, with of course them down to 10 men, and even with them probably sitting in with a bit of a low block now, Leeds outnumbering them with those players in attack should really, really help things. So hopefully there's positives to be had in that second half, but yeah, it was a very slow, very boring first half because they like to break things up. They like to try and hurt our players by kicking them. I've taken them off, James, just because otherwise I've literally got adverts in my ears rather than actual, oh, yeah, rather than nothing in my ears. I don't know what I was talking about there. Isaac saying hard to build up an attack and they keep fouling every other minute. Pearson's fouling Somerville is a straight red with VAR. This definitely feels like a game for Dan James. Yeah, and Nonto has picked up a knock, so I wouldn't be too surprised if we actually did make a half-time substitution this time, just because Nonto, of course, has picked up a knock and does seem like he's a bit, at the moment. He does seem like he's a bit injured slightly, and it would make sense to try and stop him from making that worse. Very dirty players. James Fernando, yeah, I agree, and I think it's just having that many players in attack, and to be honest, actually, we could take a player out of the defensive side of things and play an extra attacker to even make it even more in our favour, outnumbering them. I think that would help. I think if you bring on a Mateo Joseph or a Joel Peru as well to support Bamford and a Dan James as well, I don't know. I think that might help things. My favourite player at the moment, well, it was Ampadu earlier in the season. Probably still Ampadu. But there's a lot of good players in this team, and a lot of players to like. I like Dan James as well at the moment. I think he deserves a bit of love considering how much he's been sort of shunned over the years, and he's really coming into his own this season. I think I predict him as my Leeds player of the season, and everyone's like, "What, Dan James, really?" But It seems to have gone well for him. And James's pace would be really dangerous against 10 men. Yeah, but it might be. But also, I do feel like it might be that because they're sat back so much, there's no room for Dan James. Difficult one, isn't it, really? Yeah, I mean, honestly, I just want the players to get back out there. And to be honest, So I've always wondered this, like this scheduling, isn't there, for there's scheduling for football, right? So they have to kick off at a certain time. And I think they also have to finish as close as they can to a certain time because there's other games on afterwards and things like that. So what I'm thinking is, if there is 9 minutes added on at half time, do they only get a 6-minute break? Because you're supposed to have 15 minutes for half time, aren't you? But do you know what I mean? Is that how it works? Or do you still get 15 minutes even though there's been 9 minutes? Just watching that Hog challenge back where he literally has just elbowed. He literally just elbowed him straight in the face there. Have you seen the replay of what Ampadu did when Hogg got his yellow, when he got his second yellow on his red? Ampadu's just about to complain. Hogg's just done this, elbowed Firpo. Firpo's gone down. Ref's come over, gone yellow card, red. Ampadu is like about to shout and complain when he's about to get the yellow card out. And then the yellow card comes out and the red comes out, and Ampadu goes, yeah, and turns around and looks at Hogg and goes, yeah, get off. Perfect. There's not, it doesn't really work like that, Tasha. Too many players being bullied and not up for the battle. It's not, you can't do anything about being elbowed in the face, having someone's studs raked down the back of your calves. That's not being up for the battle. That's just literally being stamped on or being assaulted. They literally have assaulted us twice in that first half. Like, that's not being up for it or being like, there's nothing you could do about that to not be bullied by it. Like, that is against the rules of football. So hopefully someone else will get sent off as well, because they do seem like they're a very, very dirty side, and I'm not happy with the way that they're making challenges at the moment, to be honest. See, imagine if someone did that to you in the office at work. Ref has to take responsibility. I know, yeah, and the more that they make challenges like that, the more that he should come down on them. And I wouldn't honestly be surprised if they went down to 9 men, because the way that the aggression that they've shown, the way that they've come out at us, just seems like they would be prime suspects for another card. Bruce saying, first half is terrible. Take Groif off, Gray midfield, Roberts right back, Nonto off, James on, rocket up the arse for the rest. I don't know about Groif. I think Groif's not having a bad first half. I think if anything, Kamara maybe comes off and Gray goes on into midfield with Roberts at right back. I think Kamara's done that thing, hasn't he, where he failed to... where he basically nearly gave them a one-on-one with the goalkeeper when Archie Gray had to make that really good challenge. So for me, I think it's Gray into the midfield, Kamara off. I don't think Bamford needs to come off, to be honest, either. I think he's... you need somebody like Bamford up there in a game like this because of how aggressive they're being, because I think he's one of the ones who's a bit older, he's a senior player, he's more likely to be able to take those kind of challenges and give a bit back as well, and give a bit of verbal as well, than leaving somebody like Joseph on up front on his own. Bamford's not rubbish. Bamford's a very, very good player in terms of championship football. He's very good at opening up opportunities for other players by dragging players around. Diggler saying, if they're just going to use a blow block, I would say shoot on sight, and are we bound to score? Surely, pinball situation. I mean, we got a couple of deflected goals against Leicester, didn't we? So who's to say we can't get some here? Just, yeah, we need to be more willing to take the shot, like what Jorginho did at the end of that first half. John Buck saying Nonto getting sucked into the shenanigans. Yeah, he is a little bit, and I think Dan James is less likely to. Yeah, Ben Turner saying it's actually disgusting, though. They literally are just trying to hurt our players, which, how is that allowed? We score, they will crumble. Yeah, I think so. I think if we score, they'll start to play even deeper and panic a little bit. So hopefully we get a goal early on in the second half. Saying Liam B saying I can't see if I could do anything at half time. I don't know really. It's hard to tell in it, because if Nonto's injured, then yeah, I can see him doing something at half time. But if nobody's injured, then is Bamford on the pitch? Of course he is. Yeah. I don't think Bamford's been bad. I just think they've got three up top, and he's kind of on his own up there. This ref has never sent more than one player off in any football league or national league game he's been in charge of. Yeah, but then to be fair, that is quite a rare occurrence that you do need to send off more than one player in a match, isn't it? I don't think it's that often that you need to. He needs to do something before 70th minute. Tell you what, how long before second half? I don't think it should be too long. Time for James and Peru. Let's do the first substitute time. Because we always wonder about that, don't we? There you go. Let's do that like we always do. Hopefully Leeds do change something either tactically or... I mean, the game will change slightly now anyway because... Oh my God, have we got more adverts? Sky are ridiculous, aren't they? It'll be interesting to see what happens, because I honestly think that Farke's probably not going to say, okay, we're changing everything now, because they've just gone down to 10 men. So I would imagine that he'll probably leave I would imagine that you probably see a 10, 15-minute look at things first to see how things have changed before he makes some substitutions. I feel like we just know that he's not going to make substitutions between the 50th and 60th minute, though, Chewy Backer. And I can't add any more options now anyway, other than creating an entirely new poll. Yeah, they seem to have had we just need to not give away set pieces against them, and that's what we seem to have been doing. That's what we struggled with under Jesse Marsh as well. Firpo would give him, or Cooper would give him a free kick in a wide position for them to just cross the ball into the box, but Leeds should have scored really early on from Kamara and Somerville there. Kamara then, yeah, this is that Jorginho one where he played it then to Somerville and then back to Jorginho and across the box, but Leeds just need to take a few more chances like that. Try to shoot from the edge of the box, from any angle that they can create. I do think Meslier has been good. I think sometimes he punches when he could catch, but other than that, I don't think it's too bad. All the Leeds players doing a little rondo out on the pitch, by the way, so I don't think there's going to be any substitutions at half time. But Huddersfield are making one. The guy that's in the thumbnail for the stream, who I genuinely don't know who it is. I just went on their Twitter account and found a player. Leeds players are in the tunnel and they look a little bit confused and they're counting to check that they've got a full 11, I think. I think Ampadu's literally going, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of the Leeds coaches is having a conversation here with Jorginho. Alex Matos has come on for Danny Ward, so an attacker. So Danny Ward has gone off and Alex Matos has come on up front for them. Let's see how this plays out, yeah. Getting ready for the second half. And we are underway here in this second. Why are they just not taking it? That was weird. Hi, Rob. Welcome. Here's Rodon with the ball out wide to Nonto. It's a bit more positive there from Rodon. A fast, well-struck ball out to the wing. And now Nonto still going here. Up against Sorba Thomas. You can give it back to Gray. One thing I noticed about Gray is he's a little bit reluctant to use his left foot at times. There's a potential to cross the ball in the box there. I think if I were him, and I had his talent, I would have tried to put the ball into the box for Bamford. Here's Kamara. Now Somerville. Back to Kamara again. Do seem like they're playing deeper already here, Huddersfield. Firpo tried to play that one into Bamford, but it's gone all the way through to Ampadu from that clearance for Huddersfield Town. So Leeds can pick the ball up again through Groif and now Ampadu again. Good ball out wide to Nonto now from Ampadu. Seem to be allowing us to play out a little bit more now. Here's Jorginho into the box, shoots! Blazed wide in the end by Jorginho. Goes for a throw in that one. Oh my God. I think he must have just completely sliced it. He did well to get past so many players there, Jorginho, and then, yeah, he just completely slices the ball. I genuinely don't think it was deflected. Let's have a look. I don't think it was deflected, Rob. I genuinely think he sliced it that badly. Here's Pearson with a long throw-in. Straight to Ampadu. Now Archie Gray. Back to Firpo. And now Groif. And then Firpo again. Down the line for Somerville. Somerville takes it first time. And now back to Firpo again. Firpo ball into the box. And Nonto. It's gone straight back out wide again to Rodoni. Then headed on by Kusumu. And now Kamara can challenge for it with Matos. Kamara was definitely pulled down from behind there. But then a ball forward for whatever that bloke. Sorba Thomas is cut out by Joe Rodon. Here's Groif again. Now Gray. Rodon. Cross to Ampadu. Lee's trying to switch the point of attack now. Firpo on the left. Inside to Kamara and then Somerville. Somerville tackled and it's gone straight to Kusumu, who can play out wide to Sorba Thomas. Looking to go past Archie Gray here. Archie Gray doing well to go stride for stride with him and stop him passing the ball into the box, but he has blocked it and it's going to be a corner. Leeds still just a little bit shaky with their passing, I would say, and just need to be careful not to give the ball away in positions like that to allow them to counter-attack. Corners are dangerous, especially with Land of the Giants that they've got in defence. Ball to come into the box now from Thomas. Headed by Lees, but it's only as far as Archie Gray, who can play it with his left foot down the line. Sent it long here. Nonto's going to chase that one down, and Spencer may have to go back to it. Oh no, he's cleared it, but only straight for a throw-in. Here's Firpo. Now Ampadu. Groif. Now Rodon. Bamford's taking up a wide position here. And he goes backwards there. Now Somerville. Up against Rodoni down that left-hand side. Somerville tries to poke it through to Firpo, but the goalkeeper can come out and get that. And he falls on that gratefully, and he can take a long kick here. Here's Archie Gray, who can just chest that ball down really well. Now Ampadu. Ampadu to Firpo, and then back to Ilan Melier. It's supposed to be a 6-second rule, but it never gets implemented. Here's Nonto. Back to Archie Gray. And now Groif. Groif across to Firpo. Firpo to Somerville on the left-hand side now. Firpo's going to try and overlap. Here's Somerville. Tries to play it into the box. Cleared there by Matos. Now back out to Firpo. Firpo can put it in the box, but it's cleared, and it's going to be a Leeds corner. Leeds have got a corner here. Come on. Come on, Leeds. Chance to get the ball in the box at least here, so got to attack it. Got to have Joe Rodon and Ethan Ampadu flying in for a header here. Come on. Yeah, I do think Kamara seems a little bit off it. I think if you put Gray in midfield and put Connor Roberts at right back, that might help us. Nonto has come short for this corner, but I do hope we put it in the box. He's gone short. And now Nonto, back to Kamara. Now Groif. Back to Somerville. Somerville inside the box. Now Groif, back to Nonto. Nonto tries to play it in there, but it's cleared, and then it's going to be a foul by Glenn Kamara. And it's going to be, is it a yellow card? I mean, perhaps it should have been, because it could have been a counter-attack, but if it's not a yellow card, then that's good work from Kamara. It wasn't a bad corner routine, to be honest. It got Nonto free in the box, but he just didn't have a chance to shoot. Nichols to send that one long. Rodoni thinks he's kept it in, and he has, yeah. Ampadu clears that one. Now Kamara heads it into the midfield for Jorginho. Jorginho tries to play a long ball down the line for Nonto, and it is just going to go out before Nonto gets there, unfortunately. A good idea there to try and spread the play, but just too far ahead of Nonto. Yeah, James probably could have got there, Rob, you're right. Spencer getting ready to take this throw, and I think he's going to try and throw it as far as he can. I mean, he's taking his time, like. It's going to be a throw into Huddersfield. Hurry up. Bloody hell, how long does he take to take his throw-ins? Rodon wins that header. Then away by Gray. Now Groif flicks it to Nonto. Nonto can't get past his man. He's been hit in the face there, I think, by Spencer. Swung an arm back. And now it's a foul from Jorginho. Oh, yeah, to be fair, he actually did properly elbow him in the face there. Here's Bergzorg up on the wing, and then Archie Gray's fouled him apparently, but no, he hasn't. And then it's going to be a Leeds throw-in. God, it's so, like, stop-start this game, isn't it? It's going to be a throw into Leeds there, just inside the half. I think we need to move faster before they can reverse the bus. Yeah, I know what you mean. Because they just seem to be able to get in. They seem to be able to get into their positions again so fast when we get back. Well, no, not even that. It's that fast. It's that we give them time to. Here's Somerville. Now Firpo. Back to Somerville again. Back to Firpo again. Firpo with a bit of a chance to cross here if he can. Crosses it into the box. Bamford! And his touch is heavy and it's going to go out for a Huddersfield goal kick. Couldn't quite bring that under his spell there, Bamford. Honestly, they're taking so long over everything now. Nichols sending this one on. Cruyff wins the header and then Bamford brings it down there to Somerville. Now Kamara. Good tackle by Firpo. Somerville muscled off it by Hillick and then Ampadu wins the ball off Radoni. That's not a foul whatsoever. Are you taking the mick? Honestly, Ampadu just took the ball off him. Let's have a look. Maybe he did kick him. Take his all his laces out and do it again then, will he? Yeah. They've got 10 men. Why are we allowing a player to sit there and do his laces up? Is he taking the mick? Why is he taking that long? And why has he been allowed to take that long? Headed away there by Jorginho. Now Bamford gets up for it and wins it. Shot by Kasumu. Way into touch there. Now Rodon. Come on, Leeds. Let's liven it up a bit. Now Nonto. Back to Rodon. I mean, you can, James, but I just, it seems like a lot. Most footballers use 18 granny knots to tie their boots. Nichols, long goal kick here. Way over the halfway line. Now Radoni. To Kasumu. Blocked by Glenn Kamara here, and then Ampadu just lets them have a corner. Oh. Ampadu should have done better with that there, really. He should have cleared it first time instead of taking that extra touch. He's gotten to that point where this game is so boring that we've got people talking about quiche in the chat. Thomas getting ready to take this corner then. How do we go from almost beating Chelsea to this? Yeah. Sorba Thomas into the box. Headed wide. But how many times are we going to let them have a free man in the box to win a header? We can turn this around. We really can turn this around. We've got the players for it. I think we need I think we need, to bring on some substitutions very soon. And this is why, whoever asked me before that we need a 50 to 60, this is why I didn't, because we never bring on a substitute from 50 to 60. I'll do it next time, but... And Purdue. Yeah, James and Roberts are warming up, by the way. Here's Kamara. Now Firpo. Now Kamara again. Here's Groif. Now Rodon. Out wide to Nonto. Nonto cuts inside. Goes past Thomas. Looking for a chance to create something. Here's Kamara. He's got Firpo out wide. Firpo to Somerville. Somerville across the box. Cleared. Handball. Was a chance for a handball there. Cleared away, but Kamara can take this throw in here. Here's Somerville now. Now Firpo. Back to Somerville again. To Jorginho. Takes a nice little turn. Comes towards the box here. Here's Jorginho. Nearly still going, but Kamara with a little flick to Somerville, and then unlucky for Somerville, the ball gets taken away from him. Cleared by Huddersfield here, but Rodon does really well to recover and give the ball to Meslier. Here's Ampadu. Looks like it's Kamara, Nonto, and Gray that are all going to come off. Here's Somerville. Let's get a goal just before the subs are made and then change the game even more. No, looks like the subs are being made now. So, Daniel James, Connor Roberts, and Joel Puru all get ready to come onto the pitch. Yeah, to be fair, I do think Gray probably needed a rest at some point, didn't he? So, Joel Puru, Dan James, Connor Roberts all come onto the pitch for Archie Gray, Glenn Kamara, and Wilfred Nonto. Fair enough substitutions for me. I think they can make a difference here, so let's hope that they do. Who would I bring into the squad from the academy? I mean, the players that are already kind of bridging that gap, like your Mateo Josephs and people like that, but he's not fully bedded in yet, really, is he? But other than that, I don't know. I don't think anybody else is really ready. Here's Piru. Now Connor Roberts. Now Dan James. James tries to play the ball forward here, but tackled here by Matos, and it's adjudged to not have been a foul. Matos trying to come forward. I think he's going to eventually fall over. That's the slowest fall I've ever seen. Here's Ampadu. Now Piru plays it all the way back to Meslier. Oh yeah, I forgot we can end the poll now. Here's Groif being allowed to carry the ball forward here. Tries to play it into Bamford, but Bamford looks like he's been stood on there by a defender. Good little header by Dan James. Gray came off. Kamara came off. And Nonto came off. Yellow card for Jorginho Rutter. Softest yellow card ever. Don't know if it's a yellow card. Pushing the back there, surely from Rodoni on Firpo. Headed back to Meslier nicely, though, from Joe Rodon. Here's Groif. Drops it off to Firpo. Leeds just don't really seem like they've got any ideas. Points won from behind, 20 Leeds, second in the division. Good ball down the line from Dan James into Joel Peru. Peru tries to play it back into Dan James, and he does. He plays it towards the back post, headed away. And then Firpo tries to volley it away. They're all complaining that Ruter should be sent off there for a second yellow card, but it was just a try. He just tried to win the ball. Bamford having a little word with Jorginho, trying to calm him down, I think, a little bit. Sent long here from Nichols. Groif wins the header. And Jorginho goes up for the second. Then Firpo wins the ball again. Now Rodon. Ampadu. Pokes it down the line to Somerville. Back to Firpo. Firpo into Bamford. Now back to Somerville. Good play there from Leeds. Inside. Firpo. Nearly threw on goal there, Firpo, but the goalkeeper comes out and manages to just slide and turn it back to his box. No, we don't, James. We hate Cristiano Ronaldo with a passion. Good header there by Ampadu. Ampadu wins it again. Good little touch there by Jorginho, but an awful foul from Matos. Here's Dan James. Coming towards the box, tries to play it in. It's deflected, but Dan James is quick enough to get back to it. And then Joel Peru can't quite get his volley away. Here's Groif. Now Ampadu. Back to Joe Rodon, and Leeds can start again here. Here's Firpo. Now Somerville. Back to Somerville again. Bamford. Back to Groif. Now Firpo and Ampadu. Ampadu across to Rodon. And then out wide to Dan James. Dan James, I guess, is going to try and take on his man here. No, it's a good ball into the box, though. Connor Roberts across, and Leeds have scored! Patrick Bamford puts it in the back of the net. Just what we needed. Come on! We're back in this. Come on! Just what we needed. Leeds United back on terms here at Dog Botherers FC. Come on, Leeds. Again, bringing Dan James on, it just helps. Good ball into Connor Roberts, who plays it right across the box. He's onside, and Bamford just puts it in the back of the net. Excellent. Good assist from Connor Roberts. Patrick Bamford there to tap it in. Lovely. Back on terms with a 10-men Huddersfield at our... whatever that word was going to be. Here's Sorba Thomas as he comes forward, but taken away by Groif. They're panicking a little bit here, and they play the ball all the way back to the goalkeeper. Rodoni now. And then they try and play the ball down the line, but it's only to Ampadu. Ampadu charges into the midfield there. He's still going, Ampadu. Good ball out wide to Dan James. Dan James tries to get the ball into the box, but he's won Leeds a corner. Rob Gunn, I swear you miss every goal. Yeah, we absolutely needed that, and that's hopefully really put a little bit of something behind us. Dan James then getting ready to put this corner in the box. Good ball into the box from Dan James, headed away by Leeds, and it's going to be a Leeds throw-in. Here's Rodon. Picks it up in the left wing position, gives it back to Somerville, and he can start to backtrack now, Rodon. Here's Somerville. Plays the ball all the way across to Connor Roberts. To Dan James. Nice little ball, reverse pass to Joel Peru. Tries to play it back to Dan James, but it is going to be a Huddersfield goal kick there. But Leeds back on terms now, and with 20 minutes to get another goal. Thanks, Goz. I mean, the goal was Dan James to Connor Roberts into Bamford. So 2 of the substitutes set up the goal. It was a little overlap from Dan James, managed to play the ball into Connor Roberts in the box, who just cut the ball straight across the face of goal, and Bamford tapped it in. Really good goal. Here's Cruyff. Now Peru. Peru's pass blocked, but it does go straight to Connor Roberts. Connor Roberts' pass is wayward, and they can pick up the ball again here. Here's Thomas up against Roberts. Good little foot by Jorginho, but they do have to go back here. But Peru's won the ball. Peru tries to play the ball down the line to Dan James. He's going to get there ahead of. Spencer there, but he does really well, Spencer, to slide in and win the ball off him. Here's Thomas. He's going to try and switch the play now. He's absolutely whacked that. Firpo tries to force Rodoni back here. Does well there, Firpo. And then all the way back to Nichols, who's going to send that one as far as he possibly can. But it's straight to Joe Rodon, who heads it to Ampadu, who can play it straight to Ilan Meslier. Now Joe Rodon. Nice ball down the line to Dan James. Now Cruyff. Firpo here. He's got Somerville outside him and gives it to him. Here's Somerville going down the left-hand side. Somerville tries to play the ball across the box. It's cleared away, but Somerville gets the ball back again, and it is going to be a Leeds throw in. Some substitutions then for Huddersfield Town now. Bergzorg coming off. And Spencer is coming off. I genuinely don't know who any of the Huddersfield players are, other than Sorba Thomas. Oh, and Tom Lees. So Karoma and Headley come on for Bergzorg and Spencer. So a striker's come off and a left back's come off. So I'm assuming those are replacements for those positions. Varga's already brought on the players that I would have brought on. Here's Ampadu. They've been parking the bus for this whole second half, really. Here's Rodon. Now Ampadu. Out wide to Firpo again. Now Somerville. Goes back to Ampadu because there's no options to go forward. Here's Cruyff. Back again to Rodon. Who's going to come back across to Ampadu, and then Ampadu's got a little bit of space to come forward here if he wants to. He uses it. Here is Ampadu. Into Piru on the edge. Piru shoots from distance. Blazes it over the bar. Not a bad effort, but just keep your head down. Bergzorg sounds like a Dutch Robocop. Fair. Long kick forward from Nichols here. Headed away by Ampadu. Then up in the air by Matos. Then Piru brings it down. Now Cruyff, and now good ball forward there from Jorginho. Really unfortunate though. Although Somerville apparently was offside. Helic is going to try and take this free kick here. Long ball forward from Helic, and it goes all the way through to Melier, who can actually just chest that down and then pick it up. He's Rodon. Here's Somerville now. Plays it back to Ampadu. Rodon, good ball down the line to Dan James. Little 1-2 with Bamford, but Bamford goes backwards because there was no option to get it back to Dan James. Here's Ampadu. Ampadu comes forward into the midfield a little bit. I think Click would actually have been a good player for this squad to play in that Glenn Kamara role. Here's Firpo. Now Somerville. Bamford tries to play it back into Somerville, but it's cleared away and it's going to be another Leeds United corner. I think Click would fit in. I think he'd play that Kamara role very, very well, actually. Sitting next to a holding midfielder with a bit of a license to get forward but defend as well. Click is like literally that mould of what Glenn Kamara is. He's a similar type of player, except Click could shoot more. James, ball into the box, headed down, away by Sorba Thomas, but only directly up in the air. Headed away now, but now Connor Roberts picks it up and gives it back out wide to Jorginho. Jorginho with a little overlap from Connor Roberts, tries to get it across the box. It is going to be a goal kick there because it bounced off the defender, hit Connor Roberts and then went out. We are all over them. We just need to make advantage of one of these opportunities and put it in the back of the net. Nichols getting ready to take this. Goal kick. Sends it up towards the halfway line. Header won by Groif. Now Jorginho comes forward here and plays the ball down the line to Somerville. He's not. Oh, he is going to be able to keep that in. Here's Somerville. Tries to get it across the box and it's bounced through. It is going to be a Leeds throw-in, though. A lot of people saying that should have been a throw-in. Sorry, a handball. Here's Ampadu. Now Rodon. Across to Firpo. Firpo turns. He has got Somerville outside him. Uses him here. Somerville out on the left wing. Up against Rodoni. Somerville with the ball towards the back post. And it's gone past everyone. Good idea, though, from Somerville. But just not quite on the same wavelength was Dan James. Bailey Hoop saying West Brom fan here. Who do you think will be the three to go up this season? Leeds, Leicester, and Southampton. I don't know. Maybe Ipswich, because if Ipswich are in the playoffs, I think they've got a good chance. But also, I do think that Ipswich are pretty close on our tail. Long ball forward again from their goalkeeper. Good header from Jorginho. Headed away again by Lees. Flicked on, but then Connor Roberts can just head that one straight back to Melier, who just pops it straight back out to Ampadu again. Well, I like Carlos Corberán because, of course, he was at Leeds. Here's Ampadu. Gives it back to Firpo here and then out wide to Somerville. Somerville with a little bit of space here, but he is closed down quickly by two players. They are doubling up on him every time here. Here's Firpo. Back to Somerville again. Firpo again. Firpo tries to go down the line and get the ball across the box. It's a good ball, but Kasumu manages to block it and then it's cleared. But then Rodon gives it straight back to Ampadu. Now Groif. Good little turn. He can come forward with it if he wants to. Drops it off to Roberts. Roberts back to Rodon. Now Firpo. Back to Ampadu. Now Firpo again. Inside to Bamford. Back to Firpo, who lets it run to Ampadu and then out wide to Somerville. Somerville's got a little bit of space this time to get into the box. Tries to nutmeg the player to get the ball to Firpo, but he has got Ampadu on the edge if he needs him. Good ball into the box from Somerville, but again, nobody's there. And of course, we've been given offside against us as well. No, I don't, James. I think it's going to be a corner, that, you know. How on earth is that turned into a corner? I'm not complaining. Headley's having no idea what's going on here, but Dan James with a chance to get the ball into the box. Come on, Dan. Good ball into the box here. Up to the penalty spot. Headed just over the bar there by Jorginho. Come on, Jorginho. You've just got to get your head over the ball. I think he's hit it too high in its arc there. He's jumped up in the air and then... Yeah, he's just got over the... got under the ball there for that header. Hi, Sajel. Welcome. Must win, surely. Yeah, I mean, we've got 10 minutes to score a goal and we've got a lot of attacking players on the pitch. They've got 10 men. Come on. Headed up in the air. Now Rodon plays the ball forwards. Now Rodon. Here's Connor Roberts. Fouled there, but manages to carry on. And now Rodon plays the ball out wide to Firpo, who can go on a little bit of a charge here. Plays it to Somerville in the Huddersfield half. Here's Somerville. Somerville still trying to create something. It does get a deflection, but it's going to be another Leeds corner kick. Here's Dan James. Ball into the box, punched away by the goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper's gone down here just as you would expect him to. What happened there? The goalkeeper came out and punched the ball. No, he wasn't fouled at all. No, he's not caught by anyone. He just... What a load of crap that is. He just punched the ball away and just landed funny. It's not anything to do with us. Yeah, he's going to lay down for 5 minutes now. Why are they getting the stretcher out when he's not actually hurt? Nichols getting ready to take his goal kick now after his miraculous recovery from that. Flicked on by a Huddersfield player and then cleared by Ampadu, but only cleared into Firpo there. They've taken a long throw in. Well done by Firpo to recover that one. Here's Ampadu into Joel Piroux. Piroux plays it out wide to Connor Roberts. Roberts looking for an option. Now Joel Piroux. Gives it back to Rodon. Into Piroux. Piroux's got a bit of space to run into here. Does well. Plays it out wide to Somerville. Somerville into the box. Tries to play it in, but it's deflected again. And now Piroux picks it up. Tries to poke it through to Firpo, but they have got a bit of a counter-attack going here through Rodoni. Played down the line, but Leeds have got that one covered. And Ampadu can just play it back to Meslier and Leeds can start again. Here's Rodon to Jorginho now, who's now out on the right wing. Has to go backwards because there's nothing on there. They're packed so tightly in, this Huddersfield side. So hard to break them down. Ampadu to Firpo. Now Somerville, back to Firpo. Piroux's holding it up inside the box here, trying to wait for somebody. Here's Somerville, tries to get through but falls over. But here's Rodoni who can clear it. Gone out for a throw in there. It's going to be a Leeds ball. Oh, come on, Leeds. Here's Groif. Good ball out wide to Dan James, who plays it back to Connor Roberts. Across to Rodon again. Here's Roberts. Ampadu. Piru flicks it back to Roberts again. Now Ampadu. Firpo. Firpo the chance to get the ball across the box. He does, and Bamford somehow doesn't get it in. Really good defended by Huddersfield. Good ball across the box from Firpo as well, but Leeds can go again now. Here's Ampadu. Across to Connor Roberts. Plays it back to Rodon. Forward to Piru here. Piru into Jorginho. Jorginho still with the ball. Now into Firpo. Firpo to pass it into Somerville. Somerville inside the box. Tries to shoot. Opens up the space. Hits the outside of the post. Oh, Somerville hits the post on the outside. So close. Ah, can you believe it? The amount of them that he scored this season. Just hits the outside of the post and goes wide. Great shot and great ingenuity from Somerville to go past those players and put the ball back into the box, but God, that was close. Jaden Anthony's coming on for Junior Firpo. God, that was close. He's playing at left back at the moment, Anthony, but as soon as we've got the ball, like the commentator says, he's going to play up front. Somerville tackled there by Matos. Ball played forward, and Ampadu can come across and sweep that up. It's going to be a throw into Huddersfield, though. You could say that about any game, though, in the Championship. It's never as... Yeah. That's going to be a Leeds goal kick. Here's Meslier. Now Joe Rodon. Now Ampadu. Ampadu comes up to the halfway line with it. Back across to Joe Rodon. Now Ampadu. Across to Roberts. He's got Dan James on the outside and uses him. Back to Roberts again. Now Piru. Ampadu. Now Anthony. Ball into the box. It's bouncing around in there. It's cleared, but only as far as Joel Piru, who can poke it back to Anthony here. Anthony back to Ampadu. Now Somerville. Somerville plays it out wide to Roberts. Believes he was fouled there, but Leeds carry on. Here's Rodon. Now Ampadu. Somerville picks it up in the midfield here. Now Jorginho goes past his man. Plays it out wide to Dan James here, who's now on the wide left. Dan James crosses it into the box. Keeper comes and punches it away. Here's Joe Rodon, who Cruyff turns Sorba Thomas. Now Bamford picks it up. Now Cruyff back to Rodon, who's now playing in the right midfield. Cruyff again. Piru. Ball out wide now to Dan James on the wide left. Dan James tries to get the ball across the box, straight into the goalkeeper's gloves, but that's a very good cross if you've got a striker running towards the front post. And with Joel Piru and Patrick Bamford on the pitch, one of them should have been making that run. We don't know about stoppage time yet. Certainly I don't. Goalkeeper taking his time over this. It's going to be a throw into Huddersfield, that unfortunately, as it comes off Ethan Ampadu. He's on about the match where Leeds played West Brom and West Brom handballed it into the goal. Well, Anthony heads that one away, but it is going to be another throw-in to Huddersfield. This is the added time. 6 added minutes. Leeds trying to clear the ball here, but here's Matos. Now Jaden Anthony. Tries to clear it and wins Leeds a throw-in. Ampadu's got a long throw-in on him, so he can try and yeet this forward. Piru plays it out wide to Dan James. Dan James turns on it and plays it down the line to Connor Roberts. Oh, Connor Roberts loses it, but Dan James wins it back. Here is Dan James still. Cut it to the edge. Cut it to the edge. Well, that's a really good tackle, but Dan James should have cut it back to the edge of the box there earlier than that. Dan James gets ready to take this corner. Dan James into the box. Headed. Here's Somerville. Somerville shoots. Blocked. Leeds claiming for a handball. It's going to be a Leeds throw-in. It does just hit him in the chest. Thanks, Karen. I really appreciate the super chat. Here's Somerville. Now Jaden Anthony. Back to Somerville again. He's got Ampadu in support. Here is Ampadu. Plays it into Joel Piru. Now Roberts. Down the line to Dan James. Dan James up against Heady. Or Headley, whatever he's called. Piru on the edge. Piru tries to cross it in. Headed away by Rodoni. And Gruev fouled there and Leeds win a free kick about halfway inside the Huddersfield half as he was pulled back. Here's Anthony. Cleared away by Rodoni. Oh, Ampadu and Gruev are just miscommunicating there with each other, and now Karoma has it. Basumu tries to play it forward here. Pokes it out wide again to Karoma. Good tackle by Jaden Anthony, but not according to the referee. Free kick. Sorba Thomas getting ready to take this one. Still 2.5 minutes left of this minimum of 6 minutes. Ball forward into the box, headed out to the edge. Dan James to Rodon, down the line to Bamford. Bamford goes past his man and he's wiped out there. That's a yellow card. Make sure to smash that like button, everyone. Yeah, Bamford just pulled down there, but here's Jaden Anthony. He's got Somerville on the overlap. Back to Ampadu. Back into the box there, headed away by Headley. Roberts is going to get there before Thomas. Tries to play it backwards there. I think he was fouled, but Leeds still have the ball. Here's Dan James. Nearly back to Joe Rodon inside the box, and now they can try and break here. Leeds doing their best to try and cut that pass out. They go backwards. And now play it forward. Tom Lees just slices it into touch. Farker catches that one and tries to set Leeds off again. Here's Jorginho in the corner, by the corner flag here. Plays it across to Somerville. Now Ampadu. Here's Rodon. Leeds really needs to come forward at this point. He's got Connor Roberts outside, but plays it inside to Jorginho's in the box, and then Ampadu, and then Bamford shoots just past the post. Drags it wide there, Bamford. Get up quickly, get back in. Come on, Leeds. Should be some more time added onto this because there's been some stoppages whilst we've been in extra time or in additional time. Oh, they're playing it out wide here to Sorba Thomas on the edge of the box. He's going to shoot way over the bar. It's going to be a corner. It's going to be a corner here to Huddersfield. Ball into the box, punched away by Meslier to the edge of the box, and that is full time. We have drawn with the dog botherers. Yeah, unfortunately, Leeds United have drawn. Leeds United have drawn 1-1 with Huddersfield Town at the John Smith Stadium. We'll have a quick look at the league table and then we will end the stream there. Let's have a look. Leeds were, with that draw, puts us 35 games, 73 points. Ipswich, of course, and Southampton both have games in hand. If Ipswich win, they go ahead of us. And if Southampton win, they are still behind us, thankfully. But, yeah, of course, Leeds United, it wasn't a loss. Bamford gets himself a goal. Roberts gets himself an assist. Leeds go into their next game. Let's have a look. This is the moment my mouse has decided to just stop working. We have Stoke at home on Tuesday and then Sheffield Wednesday away on Friday. So hopefully we should be able to get 6 points out of those games. Hopefully. But thank you all so much for joining me on Leeds lately for this watch along. And I shall see you next time. I will be live, of course, for those games. So come back on the channel when we're live and you'll see all the match reactions and plenty of stuff like that. So make sure you hit that big red button. And yeah, thank you and see you next time on Leeds Lately.